or from YouTube or from Twitter, you need to drop me a comment so that I know that you're here. I do not know if you're watching me unless you leave me a message, because Haps does not let me know that you're here. So if you guys want to let me know that you want to know how you feel about what I'm talking about, leave me a comment so I know what you're thinking. It doesn't have to be a positive comment. I don't hate my haters. I don't hate the people that doesn't agree with me. You guys can leave me a comment. Um, we can all agree to disagree on the topics that I talk about. And today's topic is going to be kind of controversial. For some people, it may not be. For some people, it is. I don't really know why, but for me, it's really personal because I am part of the group that PewdePie was talking about. So if you guys don't know what I'm referring to, um, and if you're not on YouTube quite a bit, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. But there is a large community of mukbangers or mukbangers, people that eat large quantities of food online. It was something that people overseas did because they were home alone during lunch or dinner. And it was mainly, I think, in China or in Hong Kong. People would come home to dinner and they would be alone, so they would turn on their video camera. They would start eating, and it became a mukbang. Um, and so it just kind of sort of took off, and PewDiePie took it upon himself to make a comment about one particular person who I'm not going to name because I don't think it's necessary to bring his name up. But PewDiePie said that because people eat such large quantities of food, that maybe it should not be done on YouTube because it basically feeds into obesity. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, let's get this straight. Felix is PewDiePie, just so you guys know. PewDiePie's first name is Felix. I'm not doxing him, that's his first name. So Felix, you're saying that mukbangers that eat large quantities of food are facilitating obesity, but you doing what you did, saying the things that you said that caused us. Hi, Christy. I know it's been a while. Um, you saying what you said, causing the horror that you did about, you using the slur that you used during your gaming, causing all the problems that you did during the gaming community, had no problem on YouTube. So you're going to start jumping onto the wagon of obesity needs to be removed from YouTube. So now people that even facilitate anything to do with fat people needs to be removed from YouTube. So now you're saying fat people don't need to be on YouTube. Who made you the authority? That's what I'd like to know. Who made PewDiePie or Felix the authority on what needs to be on YouTube? Because last time I checked, there's pedophiles on YouTube. There's sex offenders on YouTube. Let's get them off YouTube first. Let's get the people that are committing crimes off of YouTube first before we start pointing the finger at people for doing things that are harmful. Because I know that overeating is a problem. I know it is. But people actually watch the mukbangers eat like that because we can't eat. And I know that sounds weird. I can't eat large quantities of food. So I will sit and watch a mukbanger eat food because I can't do it. And as crazy as that sounds, I love to sit and watch them just cram food in their face if they can do it. I don't condone it, but if they're going to sit and, eat that food, I get some satisfaction from it, and it doesn't make me hungry. It actually satiates my hunger sometimes. So, PewDiePie, I really want to say to you, get in your own lane. Get in your own lane, dude. Your gaming community lane, stay in that one and get out of ours. Because honestly, I realize that as a human being, you might be trying to do something nice, but you're really coming off as a bigot. You're saying, oh no, fat people don't have a reason to be on YouTube. People that are big have no reason to be on YouTube because the big people that are eating on mukbangs have no reason to be on YouTube. If you don't like it, don't watch it, dude. Don't go on there. Nobody told you to go on there and watch Nick. Nobody told you to go watch Nick Ocato's videos, and I named him. So, nobody told you to go to his channel, watch his videos. Nobody told you to go watch mukbang videos. So, if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's the way I look at it. And, Philip, I've watched your channel for years. I came up with you. Most of you all don't realize I've been on YouTube as long as Philip Defranco has. I watched Philip Defranco start his channel from the get-go. This one really bugs me. This one really bugs me. Really bugs me. Because who made PewDiePie the authority on obesity on YouTube? Unless you've ever been large or are large, you have no business saying anything. That's my 2 cents. That's what I wanted to say about it because Philip asked for our opinions. This is my opinion. I've got an opinion because I am big. I was bigger. I have been much bigger than this. I didn't come on camera and consume large quantities of food because it just wasn't something that I chose to do. I did come on camera and eat with you guys. I would have dinner with you guys. But I didn't sit and just stuff food into my face. And, there's place and time for everything. And I understand that it looks horrible for some people just to sit and stuff mega amounts of food in their face. And it looks dangerous because Nick has gained a lot of weight. But that's Nick's issue. That's not got anything to do with PewDiePie's life, PewDiePie's body, PewDiePie's existence. He's done made his millions. Sit in his own lane. That's how I feel about it. And I don't get why you would even get a vote, Felix. That's my opinion. I don't know why you would get a vote, Felix. You, even though you may be the most popular YouTuber, so what? So what? That doesn't give you the right to be, ugly about people using YouTube. You're not the major authority on who gets to be on YouTube and who gets to use YouTube for what they choose to. I saw a woman, just so we're clear, I saw a woman sugaring a woman's vagina on YouTube. I thought that nudity was against the rules on YouTube. Oh, but no. This woman's body was spread eagle. So if I wanted to come on and say, listen, this is wrong, I should have the right. But YouTube don't do jack about nothing. But because Felix is popular and important, and he says something about something, YouTube will start looking at stuff. And that's what bugs me. So, you do with it what you want to. I don't really care how anybody else feels about it. This is just my opinion. And I really think that it's sad that somebody would be so. I mean, I understand where it's coming from. But really, is it coming from the sense of I'm concerned about their health? Or is it coming from the sense of, man, I just don't want to see it? That's what bugs me. Where's it coming from? So, that's the part that bothered me. Because a lot of people overseas, and I'm not saying everybody, but there are countries where if you're overweight, you are looked down on. I mean, big time. I mean, if you're 5 pounds overweight, they look at you like, oh my gosh, you're a pariah. You're just, that is unacceptable. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I don't know if that's where Felix is from. I don't know if it's, he's never dealt with obesity in his life or whatever, but, I just feel like Felix needs to stay in his lane, mind his business. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it, and just keep his mouth shut. My opinion. And Philip asked for our opinions. There's my opinion, so. I'm sorry you had to hear that, Christy, if you're still here. That was my opinion. I'm sorry I'm losing my voice again. I'm getting sick again. I've got a cold, I guess. My sister's been sick. The babies have been sick. So now it's my turn. So, and I look a hot mess. But I wanted to come on here and give you all my opinion because I was really ticked when I heard that last night. Obesity is the one thing, fat people are the only group of people that can still be made fun of, that can still be talked about, that can still be criticized. We're the only group of people that can still be criticized, unabashedly criticized. Doesn't matter. You can't criticize any other group but obese people. There's no line with us. Like there's no one stood up and said this is not okay. It's like everybody stands up and says, "Oh no, they need to lose weight. Oh, people need." Somebody needs to stand up and say this is not okay. Bigotry comes in all shapes and sizes. And sadly, this is a form of bigotry. And I think people forget that, it's just not about color. Color is not just one way people are treated badly. I've been treated badly my whole life because I was heavy. And I think people forget that it may not be the color of your skin that gets you treated badly. It can be how big you are that you get treated badly. And this is one reason that I have such a problem. I had a chip on my shoulder for years because I would get comments, especially from the elderly, about my weight. Because they unabashedly will say things about your weight. No problem about saying things about your weight in front of you. And I finally got to the point where I just say, look, I didn't ask you for, your advice. I didn't ask you for your advice, so please don't give it. And, you gave me a compliment, but then you took it back when you said but. You didn't give me a compliment. You took it back. I said, so I'd rather you just not compliment me at all if you're going to do that. And so I had to learn that I had the right to speak up for myself. So it's really tough when people like PewdePie come out and say things about obese people. You know, we have a right to take up for ourselves. We do. We need to take up for ourselves. I don't believe that we should dress like some of these girls are dressing, and we need to act like some of these girls are acting. But we do have the right to defend ourselves when we're being treated in a nasty fashion. And this is a sign of bigotry. We're being treated less than, again, by a person of higher authority. I mean, like considered higher authority because he's, supposedly the highest numbered person on YouTube. So, that doesn't mean anything to me. I don't really care what he is on YouTube. But a lot of people follow him, so a lot of people are going to follow suit. As far as I'm concerned, it's the bigotry behind it is what bothers me. Did he mean it as, let's get help for these people? Or is it, I don't want to see that, so let's take it off YouTube? That's what bothers me. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I haven't really had time to look at cases the last few days because I've really been tired. More so than normal. What did who say? Did you not listen to what I said? You can go to Philip Defranco's channel and watch the news article from yesterday and hear what he said about Nikocado avocado, and then what he said about the mukbangers and about obese people. Well, you can go watch the article and then, you can rewatch the beginning of this. It just angered me because it's like it's either you watch your own channels that you want to watch and you stay off YouTube that you don't want to watch, or you make bigoted statements. Hey, Christy, I didn't know if you were still here, honey. No, I don't think so either, Christy. And I think that's what bothered me the most. Sonny, you'll have to go over to Philip DeFranco's channel on YouTube and watch his news story. The first story, the first story of the day yesterday was about how PewdePie said that because Nikocado avocado and people that do mukbangs eat so much food and gain so much weight that they were putting a bad they were making a bad example for kids about obesity, that they were putting, I can't use my brain doesn't do words right. I had a migraine yesterday, so my words are not coming back right. But they weren't setting good examples for kids about obesity. So they really didn't need to be on YouTube. Excuse me? It's not about Nick. It was about Nick eating so much. It wasn't about Nick being toxic. Does that make sense? It wasn't about Nick's toxicness, because Nick is toxic. I agree 100%. But Nick does that because it makes him money, honey. Nick is making a killing with what he's doing. So don't think for 1 minute that Nick is not making. Yeah, they can be worried about him, but Nick has done to himself what he's done. He could lose the weight. But Nick is not as crazy as he. Yeah, I don't watch him either. I used to watch him in the beginning because he wasn't as unbalanced as he is now. He's gone off the rails. Gone off the rails. There's people that do mukbangs that have gained weight, that have actually lost weight. So that they can continue the mukbangs. Oh, my throat. I don't think Nick was ever friendly. I think the Nick that Nick is the real Nick we see now. And I don't know him. I don't know him personally. But I'm going to tell you something. I think the Nick that we see now is the real Nick. Well, and let me tell you something. When you gain weight, it messes up your whole metabolism. And Christy can tell you this. When he's been on there a long time. He's been on there a long time. When you gain weight like Nick has, he's put on a lot of weight. And he was vegan. Am I right? He was vegan. He was vegetarian. No, he was vegan. And he went from being vegan to eating everything. And I know that you go from not eating regular food to eating vegan and then going back to it. It's a shock to the system right off. And he started putting weight on pretty quickly. And I don't have a problem with that. And Nick doesn't either. Apparently Nick doesn't care, because if Nick cared, Nick would be doing something about it. And that's the honest truth. And Nick is making a killing by doing mukbangs, and I think that's why Nick is not doing anything about it. Now, there are people that I watch. I don't watch them all the time because I get hungry watching them now. Like, before I had surgery, I could watch them all day long and not ever get hungry. I watch them now and I tend to get hungry, so I don't watch them. But there's a couple of people that I watch that have dieted, that have not dieted, but have cut back on how much they eat, so that when they do their mukbangs, they're not eating so many. Those are so crazy. I couldn't eat that much ice. I couldn't eat that much ice. That's crazy. But they eat, like they cut out so much of their diet so that they can eat a mukbang. That they trim their diet out so that when they eat that mukbang, they're not eating all their calories throughout the entire week. They're going to eat the entire week's calories in that one mukbang, then they're going to continually eat the rest of the week the same way they eat at the mukbang. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some people that eat that way every single day. There's the guys that power eat because they lift and stuff, and so they do the mukbangs because they lift so they can eat that way, and then they go to the gym. There are guys that can do that because they lift. Mukbang. It's Muckbang or yeah, it's Bang. Mukbang. It's it's what people that you sit down and eat on camera. That's basically what it is. Oh yeah, I watched Zach. Zach does he does the ASMR mukbang. They call them mukbangs or mukbangs, and it's just where you eat on camera. Like if I had a bowl back here, but like if I had my, chopsticks and my Chinese and I was just sitting here and I was sitting here talking to you guys eating, and that's considered a mukbang. If I was eating my dinner while I was talking to you guys, that used to be considered a mukbang. But what they did is they turned it into something dramatically different by making it, gigantic. Like people eating octopus on camera and making the food portions gigantic. I don't know when that happened. I think somebody overseas did it and it went viral, so they started doing it over here and it went viral. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep topping the other person. This person did this, so I got to do this. You get the drift? So there are people out there that love watching other people eat. That's just what they do. She eat the octopus raw. She eat the octopus live. What? I hadn't heard about this one. Well, the one that ate the octopus live, she got banned, I think. I don't know. Somebody said something about that, said that that was considered cruelty to animals. I'm like, they eat them raw overseas. I don't know how they can say that that's not. I mean, it wasn't done here in the States, it was done overseas, so technically they can't. What? What? No. She still got a channel? Like, what kind of pets are we talking about here? No. Christy, are you working at the hospital or where are you working at? I didn't ask. I've missed you. That thing's got to be lying. It says I've walked 1,000 steps since midnight. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you have a really good day. I've missed talking to you. It's going to be a long day for me today. I didn't get but three hours sleep, I think. I know, right, Sonny? I won't tell you what I saw one lady eating. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting and watching it, and I thought, wait, did I just see that? No, I did not just see that. I told my mom, I said, is she eating what I think she's eating? It's a delicacy overseas. I said, that's not of Jesus. No, ma'am. Uh-uh. Not gonna happen. I said, that's just wrong. And I don't know how they put it on YouTube. Like I was telling Christy and this other person that's on YouTube, whatever this, uh, Anelkit. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. But I saw a woman being sugared, getting her privates sugared, getting her waxed. And I said, how can that stay on YouTube? How can they legally keep that on YouTube? Her legs butterflied all the way open and her junk just out there open to the world. I know, Sonny. I know. Trust me. I know. It's getting worse and worse every day. And I mean, it's like they have to do that so that they can make money. Girl, how can it be for educational use? How? She wasn't teaching anybody how to do it. She was just doing it. She was just doing it. She said, I always go over it twice. She wasn't showing people how to sugar. She was just doing it, the procedure. She was not teaching people how to sugar. That's the thing. You would have thought they could have claimed it as educational, but it was not educational. It was not. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, woo. I mean, okay, look. I worked in medicine. Chrissy, we've seen, I'm sure you've seen as many bodies as I have. Like, we've seen bodies. I've seen I've seen enough naked bodies in my day that seeing a naked body to me doesn't mean anything. Like, and when I tell people that, they're like, yeah, right. I mean it. Like, if a guy was standing in front of me, wiggling his wang danger, I wouldn't care because it means nothing to me. It's a body. It's a body. I've seen it. It's nothing special. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's nothing special. If it was attached to me, if it was my boyfriend, my fiance, my husband, that would be different because I love that person and I would have, I would have attachment to that person. But if it's somebody I don't know, dude, look, you're not special. I would have friends, and this is the honest truth. I would have guy friends that would, because I ran around with nothing but guys that didn't know what I did for a living. And I would tell them, don't ask me to be honest because I will be. So we were out all hanging out one night and they were all drunk. They wouldn't let me drink because I was a kid. Like I just turned 18 and I didn't want to drink. I was the baby of the group. I was just hanging out with them. They were all so drunk. One of the new guys, yeah, we were just friends. I was just friends with all of them. I was the little girl. They treated me like the baby sister. I was the baby sister. They all took care of me. Right? They were my big brothers. They were all my big brothers. But one of the new guys didn't know me that well. So he got drunk and he got to feeling himself. He thought he was going to hit on me. He didn't know that my big brothers, he didn't know that my big brothers was just, goading him because they knew what would happen. So he comes over to me. They get him all worked up. They go over there and pull your pants down. Ask her if it's a beast you've ever seen. I mean, goading this poor kid. And I said, and I mean, I'm brutally honest. And this guy, I mean, he was so sweet. And, I'm at this time, you guys got to understand, I was not friendly. I was very, very blunt, very, very rude to guys because I ran around with nothing but guys. And so when you run around with nothing but guys, you got to be blunt because they'll just run over you. Not well, he was a friendly bear. He was a little drunk, and so he just came over and he said, Hey, I bet I've got something you've never seen before. And I go, I doubt it. And I wasn't laughing. Like, I wasn't laughing. I was talking to a friend of mine. I wasn't laughing. So he took my attention again and he goes, I bet I do. And I go, I bet you don't. And so he takes his pants, he drops them, and he goes, I bet this is the biggest you've ever seen. And I said, not by a long shot. Not even by a long shot. And I said, please pull your pants up. That is pathetic. The poor boy cried. He cried. He dropped his head and he went back to the guys. Drunk. He cried. And I didn't mean to make him cry. But I told the guys, I said, how dare you send him to me like that? I said, why would you do that to him? And I know who did it. I know who did it. And I walked up to the guy that did it and I said, why would you do that to him? Why would you do that to him knowing that I would hurt his feelings like that? Why? So I had to go back up to the little guy and I said, look, I did not mean to hurt your feelings. I said, do you know what I do for a living? And he goes, no. I said, I work as a CNA. And I said, he goes, CNA? I said, certified nursing assistant. I said, I've seen a lot of people that are not clothed. He goes, oh. I go, so please don't be offended. It wasn't that I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm very honest. I said, I wasn't trying to be mean. He goes, okay, okay. He didn't seem so hurt after that. And he tried to hit on me again, and I said, no, dude, no, no. He said, were you lying to me? I said, no, no, I wasn't lying to you. But over the years of being online, I've had things thrust upon me whether I've wanted it or not. So I have been gifted with more material. So yeah, not so much now, which is really good because um, I'm really blessed that I have this forum because I don't get that anymore. I'm blessed that I'm older now and I don't have to worry about that. Um, Clever response to something like that, like, do I pull out my Rubik's Cube and turn Sonny, I love you. You're precious. Oh my goodness, you're so precious. You're just precious, honey. I love you. Oh me. No, but I mean, you know, I wasn't a very nice person when I was younger. I wasn't. I wasn't very nice at all. I'm a lot more settled now and I'm a lot friendlier now than I used to be. I'm a lot, I have a lot more tact. Let's put it that way. I'll say, now, honey, let me tell you something. You don't want me to answer that question. And that's what I say. You really don't want me to answer that question because, listen, I've been on the internet for 25 years. And there was this guy once. I kid you not, guys. Glow in the dark puzzle. I have not. That's a good one, Sonny. You got me. Oh, by the way, I want to thank the one person that sent me their address. I will get your card sent out as soon as I can. They know who they are. I'm going to get it addressed and sent out as soon as I can. Oh, stop that. It does have glitter in it. Can you shake it up? Is it a shake up glitter puzzle? Gosh, I gotta quit. I gotta quit. Oh, my lungs. My lungs hurt. Oh, man. You've killed me, Sonny. Chrissy, are you still with us or did you have to leave, honey? Man, that would be a great pickup line. I bet you never seen a glow in the dark puzzle before. Hey, you want to come upstairs and see my glow in the dark puzzle? Hey, you want to come upstairs? I've got a glow in the dark puzzle. You want to see it? That's awesome, Sonny. I like that one. You're just so cute. I love you. No, I'm going to go. I love you. Share the love I share with you with someone else and smile at somebody.